Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel. The academic calendar has already started for most of the universities abroad. Many students are busy with their semester exams. So today in this video, I'm going to share with you 4 study techniques that Harvard students use to ace their exams. The best part, these study tips have been tried and tested by me personally, and I know they work great. So let's get started. Harvard study technique No. 1 is the case method. This is one of my favorite study techniques because it really lets you understand the concept properly instead of just cramming and focusing on rote learning. So what is the case method? In simple words, it is an in-depth analysis of a particular topic or a concept. For example, if your economics professor has assigned you a case, study about monopoly, and you are required to study it for your midterm exams, then instead of just reading the case study once, you should read it multiple times, and every time you should try to analyze it from different perspectives. Like the first time you read it, try to understand what exactly is the problem that the company is facing. Then the second time you read it, try to analyze it from the company's point of view. What would be the best solution in this situation? And the third time you read it, try to analyze it from the society's point of view. Is the company doing the right thing by behaving like a monopoly? So this is how you do a case study in the case method. You keep on analyzing the same topic from different perspectives until you can form your own opinion about it. And trust me, when you use this method, you will see that you are not only able to understand the concepts better, but you will also be able to apply them in different situations. And that is what actually makes you an expert in any field. The next Harvard study technique is note-taking. Note-taking is an essential skill that every student must master. But most of the students do untake effective notes, and hence they fail to utilize their full potential. So here are 3 tips on how you can take effective notes. No. 1. Always make sure that you have a proper note-taking structure. It can be in the form of mind maps, bullet points, flowcharts, diagrams, or whatever works best for you. The key is to have a proper hierarchy in your notes, so that you can easily revise them later on. Tip No. 2 is highlight important points in your notes. So whenever you're reading a book or taking online lectures, always highlight the important points in your notes. You can use different highlighters for different purposes. For example, I use one color to highlight important keywords, and another color to highlight important concepts. Tip No. 3 is review your notes after every lecture or after every study session. Reviewing your notes regularly helps you to remember things way prior to your exam day. And trust me, it is much easier to revise a small portion every day than to cram everything at the last moment. Harvard's study technique No. 3 is interleaving. Now, what is interleaving? It is basically a fancy word for mixing different topics while you're studying. For example, if you want to study mathematics, physics, and chemistry, then instead of studying all the mathematics chapters in a row, it is better to mix it up with physics and chemistry. Because when you study a concept, there are higher chances that you will remember it if you link it with other concepts from different subjects. Also, interleaving helps you to understand the differences between different concepts of different subjects, which helps you to think critically. But make sure you don't overdo it. Only mix 2 or 3 topics at max. And if you're still confused about the concept, then leave it and try to solve it later on. Last but not least, Harvard study technique No. 4 is time management. Time management is crucial when it comes to studying. So here are some tips on how you can manage your time effectively. First, make a list of all the things that you need to complete and the time by which you need to complete them. This will give you a clear understanding of how much time you have for each task. Second, prioritize your tasks. So start with the most important tasks first, and leave the less important tasks for later. Third, allocate specific time slots for studying. And during those time slots, put your phone on silent and focus solely on your studies. Trust me, if you learn to manage your time, then you will be able to study more in less time. So these were the 4 study techniques that I wanted to share with you. If you want a detailed video on any of these techniques, then comment down below. Also, if you want to know how you can stay focused while studying, then click on this video. Thank you and best of luck for your exams.